following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Is a 19 gonna hit you?
Yes.
Then you need a fortitude check. DV 12.
Fail.
Okay, you are blinded. Wait, how much by?
Be one rank. One step.
Oh, you are impaired.
Impaired.
This is basically just a penalty on seeing checks. Accuracy, that sort of thing.
I guess I charge him.
Okay.
Without a violent kick.
To those of you who are not, you see this huge leather-vested guy. He's got like a hood on, like a balaclava in this weather, and a pair of sunglasses over the top, and he's just attacking Derek. Those of you who have followed him from the food court know who this guy might be, in terms of you've seen this guy arrive.
Minus 5.
I'll go to light up to help.
Is 15 enough? Oh, maybe not.
Defense wins in a tie, so no.
There, for a wild kick that fails.
Alright. I am attempting to grab you. So,
Close combat
how's
check.
17?
Say, what is it you can oppose with acrobatics or something else, but I can't remember. Oh, I get up.
Nice.
I try to retaliate.
He rolls diagonally past you with his move.
I follow him and he's wearing sunglasses. I don't attempt to copy his sand trick. Fucking sand won't work here. I sprint after him and try to follow up with an elbow. Be 21.
Hit.
17.
Tanked.
Of course.
Alright. I'm gonna grab you again. This is better. 22.
22. No, I am grabbed by 2 stages.
Oh shit.
I have no defenses. Well, I just get the 10.
Well, I believe it's your round.
I can still fight while grappled. I have all the things. So I'll do that like spear knee, where you bring the knee up and then use it in a thrust. Good for close range. And I whiff horribly.
Well, since I've got you in the grapple, I'm just going to German suplex you right onto your neck.
Fair?
Yeah, and I have rolled a nat 20. Hey, you might roll a 20.
So, if I got an 11, that would be a bunch of degrees of
That
failure.
would be 3 degrees of failure if you weren't landing on sand, which is very soft and giving. So that's 2 degrees of failure, which I believe is stunned. Basically, you lose your next whole round.
And take a damage.
Right, so the guy's going to release him just as security starts swarming up, and he's just going to sort of stand up and just like...
Derek, with what would have been too late because of the stun, brings up a block for what he thought would be a follow-up.
He makes sure he's standing between the sun and you, so he's got that silhouette thing going on.
Daddy?
Derek!
Oh, crap. I'll stand up. So, good to see you. Derek won't be able to look him in the eye through this encounter.
No hug for your old man!
Oh, right. Good for that.
And how is Dad's boy?
Up and down lately. You can let me go now.
Oh! Excuse me, sir, there's no violence on this beach!
Sure there isn't. Sure there isn't.
It's just my dad. It's fine.
Oh,
Just play fighting.
well,
You know?
don't cause a disturbance again, or we'll have to escort you off the property!
I'm not familiar with the kind of thing I'm seeing here.
Kind of ballsy on their opening day, I guess.
Up and down. What's bothering son?
It's maybe not the place. If you haven't met my friends, I'll point to the few that have gathered around.
Oh yeah, we
It's
were
almost
basically,
all of us.
I think we were basically doing
Literally.
that in the back of the fighting game.
Anne's just like, if the imagination, she was not enough.
Turns out everyone's here. Hey guys.
You didn't mention your father was a barrel.
Silly notions. So, these are your friends. How many of them have beaten you up?
Yep. Well, you've stabbed me a lot. Yep. Well, most of them,
too.
just not the small ones.
I would upset the beach people, but I'm not really worried about them.
Maybe take a rain check.
Certainly.
Don't want to, break the rules.
Mama here?
Really hope not. I told her we weren't going to be fighting.
Oh, yeah, it could get rough, like last time. Anyway, yeah, these are the guys I'm on the thing with.
So, are you all criminals too?
No.
I'm a musician.
That's like a criminal.
Never been caught, so no.
I'm just looking sideways at Nancy.
I have been caught, so yes. Anne's like, yeah, I guess I am. Sort of. Former counts, right?
I've been meaning to ask, actually, how did I end up where I did? They said it was... You did something?
I just pointed out that my boy had skills that they needed to put to use. Much better than rotting away in some cell for something that really was justified.
Right. I don't know about that justified bit once it all rolled out. But...
Beating up on your own son. Just family him up, though. Dad beat up on you, you beat up on your son.
It's possible. Full circle! Carrying on the tradition. It's good to see you. You've been out of town for a while, I was concerned.
There are places outside of town, Derek.
Yeah, but... I don't know, you ain't leave that much recently.
I'm getting old. What do you want? You know, eventually I'm going to become an old, feeble man. Being
Hey.
pushed around in a wheelchair by some pretty nurse.
That's not going to happen. Mom beat you up if it came to that.
And she'll be old too. This is strange. I'm not used to my son being so contemplative and thinky.
What do you mean?
Well, your whole face is sort of droopy and...
Oh. Right.
Did you beat up a girl again?
Not really.
Not for letting
Well-
me try.
I mean, there was that, but not recently.
Anyway, I had to come and see you because there's some dire news.
Oh, what could be so dire that it had to be said in person?
Bakuzan's back! He's reared his head and his evil gang of Hellfist assassins are marauding around America. And there's a very good chance one of them knows you're here and probably wants to kill you. And by here I mean in Nevada.
Right, not at the beach.
Yeah, that would be contrived and retarded. Who would do that?
It's funny you mention him, actually. I'll look around him.
Everyone's even closer.
Could we get some privacy?
Hey, your friends are,
Yeah, they're all pretty hot, right?
weird.
Sure, let's give Derek and his dad some
That's
privacy.
a pink girl! He yells real loud. That one's pink! That one there!
Yeah,
And it's cute.
that's Killy Putty.
Hi! Can I kill you?
Probably. I am only a man.
Yeah, sure. Let's give them a bit of space. Alvin backs up 10 feet.
No. He was saying you probably could, not that you can do it. Sorry.
You know, Bonnie, one of these days, you're going to be wrong. And they do want me to kill them.
You're
You ever
absolutely
think
right.
about that?
No, maybe.
And then I won't have killed them, and then you'll have to live with them living.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But before we step away, one question. Now, when you say the Scar's going to come after him to kill him, now, do you mean that literally, or do you
Oh,
just
yeah.
mean... Oh.
I mean, otherwise it's not assassination.
Yeah, they're exactly called Hellfist Assassins for nothing. Not really your traditional kind of assassin.
So why are they coming after you?
Yeah, what'd you do?
He's my boy!
Is this a Family Feud thing?
But like on the game show?
No,
do
I mean
have-
in the purely literal sense.
Oh, yes.
Thought we had some kind of history. It wasn't just a...
You know he killed your grandfather, right?
I do. I take it that wasn't exactly a coincidence.
Well, I'm going to go and give you some privacy. If the rest of you want to do that, that's up to you.
Certainly. Alvin walks away like 10 feet.
Alvin, you left your ear here.
Why, thank you, Dex. Oh, oopsie. Oopsie poopsie, silly me.
Killy Putty's like, can you hear through your ear?
Yes.
I feel closer to you. Don't worry, we can't mingle.
It's Bernie, right?
Well, yeah, also made of different goo. Anyway. Stealthily, it plops onto one of Derek's tire shoulder pads. Into the little room.
I'll allow that. I won't even check against
Okay.
it.
Later on, I'll know everything that went on.
I guess you'd have to recollect it, and it's like a separate entity.
Unless it gets rebellious and I need to peddle it.
That doesn't happen too often.
I'm half expecting that might happen to Derek.
Anyway, Derek, ostensibly left alone, except for Bonnie, who's just sitting there
No!
going, book, pen.
It's from my journal.
Oh, sorry. Invisible.
Exactly!
What's happening?
No! I join the others.
The others that are Derek and his dad.
No.
So I'll sit on like the edge of one of the dudes.
Hot.
Yeah. Weather's been pretty shitty.
So, Derek, what's been getting you down?
I didn't want to mention it when everyone else was around.
Why? What have you got to be ashamed of?
A lot, actually. We, what do you know about the place where I'm at? I don't know what I'm allowed
Like
to
literally nothing.
say. Right, okay. Well,
Only that it's not Torah Harad.
that's true. Well, there's a bunch of stuff I can't say for, government reasons.
I'll keep your government secrets for you, Derek.
Well, we went to a place for a job recently, out of state. And while we were there, some some messed up stuff was happening, like mutant messing with your mind kind of stuff.
Oh.
It was fine at first. We'd been there for a few days. I got a little paranoid once or twice. Saw some crazy stuff that I couldn't explain. But one of the days I went to this hill. They had a gallows there, and underneath that gallows I found a cave. And in that cave I found something. I don't know how to explain. It's like it wore Bakuzan's face. Like it was him, but it wasn't him. Why would he? It wouldn't make any sense for him to be there under a gallows on a hill. But
Yeah. I've heard of these things. They live up in the mountains in Indian Territory, and they kill people.
well,
Yeah. What do they call them? Oh, Wendigos.
It could have been. It did try to kill me. He came at me with that knife that you told me about. Have you ever fought him? You seen his moves?
Bakuzan.
Yeah.
Only in a Bison's Immortal Fighting Tournament. Double DQ. Great match. Should have been there.
I'll describe the move that was used when I tried to kip up.
Classic blunder.
So that was a real move of his. He used that on. Well, I thought I might have been able to take him on, at least in some way, you know. It couldn't have been the real him. Something playing on my mind, dragging up my memories, maybe.
So, you lost.
It's not... I didn't...
That's not something to be ashamed of, especially if it's a mind trick.
I didn't lose, but... Throughout the fight, I was like I was a child again. Everything I did was just swept aside like it was nothing. Like I was nothing. And in the end, I won by a fluke. I used a gun. I didn't even do it intentionally. I just squeezed the trigger in the middle of the grab. I didn't even... I thought if the time came where I came up against an opponent like that, I'd at least have the courage to die like a man. Instead, I won like a coward. It wasn't even one of my guns. It's not like it was an extension of me. It was just a bullet.
That's what has you worried?
Well, after that, it's like I'd lost to my fear and just... I couldn't conquer it anymore. Everything that happened got worse and worse. I retreated from it. I was a coward multiple times. We got to the end of the job, and I did nothing. I just stood there and looked at the thing, and did nothing while everyone else cleaned up the situation. I wasn't capable anymore. I was just a child.
Sounds to me like it's time to grow up, Derek. First of all, you're in a creepy cave. You said you're under the mind effects of something. Obviously, you can't take anything there as a literal thing. Mutants are scary, especially ones that can mess with your mind. Those are the ones you gotta worry about. You can't defend against it. You shot him with a gun. You were losing a fight. You were afraid. This is perfectly normal. You think I'm never afraid? What kind of idiot would I have to be?
Can't be afraid, Daddy. You're the best there ever was.
I know that's true. But it is impossible to be brave if you're not afraid. If you're not afraid, you're just stupid. You have to have a realistic assessment of your opponents. Now I'm guessing you got into the cave, there's the bad guy, and you just went to fight him. You didn't assess him? That's always been your problem. I've been telling you, and now you've had the learning. Don't retreat from this. Grab it, hold of it. Wrestle it into the ground and make it tap out. Or break its arm. Tap or snap. You've had this experience. You were afraid, you shot him. You bit off more than you could chew. Did it occur to you to run away?
No.
Of course it didn't, because that's not being brave. Now you are a man, Derek. And, of course, you couldn't beat him. You're not finished yet. And you will only be finished when you've experienced more people. What did I tell you about knowing people?
You can only know them when you felt their fist.
And now you are old enough and experienced in the world, I can give you the rest of that. When I say you only know people through their fists, I don't mean you have to just pick stupid fights with everyone. I let you carry on like that because it got you into more fights, which is good. Teaches you things. What I mean is, you don't need to really, really know everyone. You can watch someone fight and get to know them. Have you ever... The various people pretending not to listen. Have you ever... I kind of want to fight him. He looks big.
He is big.
At the moment.
Have you ever watched your classmates fight each other? Or fight their training dummies or whatever it is you do? I don't want to know.
Once or twice.
Make a habit of it. You see their moves. You see how they fight. When I enter a tournament or something, I don't just go out there and fight things. You gotta exercise this muscle too. Watch tapes of other fighters. Watch kung fu movies with like real martial artists in them. See how they move. Learn how they move. You could be fighting that person in the ring one day. Or in a back alley somewhere. Learn how a human body moves. When I'm punching, you remember how I taught you to punch?
Of course.
Shift. Slam. All that power doesn't mean anything. It's about momentum and using your whole body. Not everyone does it that way. You know someone when you are fighting them. And when you watch someone fight, you can get to know them. Don't just pick fights sight unseen. Scope out your opponent. You can't be your dad yet. I mean, look at me. This is the end goal of mankind.
I mean, of course.
When you come up against something like this, and you wuss out, don't curl up into a ball. You can learn from it, Derek. It's a growing opportunity. Why did that happen? What about you do you need to change to move forward? Do you want to get to a position where that happens again and you stand there? Or do you want to get to a position where that happens again and you're right there on that front line, being with all your pals doing shit?
Oh, I want to kick his ass.
So kick his ass. Don't be afraid of getting hit. But be smart. You gotta understand how things move, how a human body moves, how mutants tend to fight. Scope out your opponents. Learn about things. You're already pretty good at environment stuff. So you gotta whip up that scent, but you didn't because I'm wearing glasses.
Yeah, that's true.
Smart. Of course, you probably should have worked out who it was a bit sooner, but...
I've had a few concussions lately.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, I found this really interesting document about a cone of ignorance.
Oh my god, no. Did Anne get you in on this?
Who?
Never. You really found that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And what's your take on it?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand a damn thing. But the important thing is, it implies that there can be an impartation of positive and negative values through positive association. You wanted to be your dad because your dad's so cool.
Yeah.
He points at like an entire bread loaf of finger at you. Well, it's the same thing with learning. Fighting is cool. Fighting makes you awesome. We all agree on that.
Obviously.
What you need to do is understand that that's not the whole world. So if you associate becoming a better person as cool, you will cone of ignorance your way into picking up all these other skills, right? That's how that works.
Huh.
This is obviously someone who's just like read the executive summary and does not understand the text at all.
I've never really thought about flipping the cone around and using it like that.
Then it'd be a funnel.
Then it'd be a funnel.
Yeah, a funnel of not ignorance.
Yeah.
Like paper on
Yeah, I know.
Now
you
look, about this whole coward thing. You need to accept it happened, and you need to move on, Derek. I have faith in you. Remember when you were 7 years old, and you came to me with that stupid idea about putting rocks in a barrel?
Yeah.
And you remember how I said it was a stupid idea, but you went ahead and tried it anyway. And anyway, when you got out of hospital 3 months later, you didn't even remember that happening? And you never did it again, right?
Yeah, I never did that again. I mean, I don't know.
You can't deceive
Going
Daddy.
to roll a deceive on that?
No. I see that way too shittily to roll for that.
God damn it, Derek. If you want to use rocks, I'll show you how to use rocks. It's called the Turkish method.
God. No!
No, there's some hard asses from Turkey.
I never thought about that.
You need to understand that happened, but you need to work on figuring out why. Was it a failing in you? Was it outside influence? There are going to be opponents you can't beat. Now, with the rise of mutants, that gets scary. I've fought mutants and won. It's not easy. Some of them can even have multiple limbs and stretch them out like rubber.
Yeah.
But if you understand tensile properties... Sorry, he'd probably say it tent-isle properties. I don't know why they call it that. Probably because it's in the aisle with the tents. Then you understand that when they stretch themselves out, there's not much power in that anymore. And it's more flexible. Learn your opponents. Now, Bakuzan is way over your head. Listen to me, Derek. Don't fight him.
Might not have a
He
choice.
cheats. Your impulse to shoot him might have been the smart one at this point. You're going to have to start learning, probably by beating up his minions, who are, of course, all much lower rank than him. So you need to work through this. But I know you'll come through at the other end and be stronger. Remember that idea behind it, that idea of yours with the barrel. The idea was to get hit up a bunch so you get hurt a bunch so you get stronger. This is the same thing, but in your brain muscle.
That's good.
He beams with obvious, genuine pride at coming up with something that's really clever.
Yeah. You can overcome that and learn.
I'll try it, Daddy. No, I won't try. I'll do it.
Cool. Because I'm going to keep attacking you at random whenever you're out in town.
Right. Of course.
Oh, your friend's been hanging around Penelope. God damn it, now I'm doing it. Your friend's been hanging around Penelope.
Oh,
You need to warn him off.
I might have warned him on in that regard. Look, I don't know if you know, there's this weird goblin coming around Penelope's house. Had like
God.
had like a weird litter and a kind of threatening look, and she was kind of... I don't know what it was, but I was concerned, so I had Kev keep an eye out while you were out of town.
Thanks, Derek. I'll head over there and find out what's going on.
Oh, she's keeping a gun in the house.
Good.
I just
Women
thought-
are less strong than men. Need to
just-
leave her.
Just thought it was weird, with her.
Well, she has her Second Amendment rights. You
Yeah.
keep a gun.
Well, none at the moment, but...
And it's her house, I guess. That's why your mother doesn't object.
Yeah.
Guns, though.
I have a place.
Sure, wars, that sort of thing. Mutants. But you're not me. Anyway, Derek, I'll leave you to enjoy your beach. It's good to see you again. If you need to talk again, just call me. Oh, hang on. Try this number.
Right. Who was that guy on the phone?
Which time?
The one time that I've called.
Toby?
I think the guy that wouldn't pass me on, I had to yell at him.
Oh, he's just a bit overprotective.
Right.
Decent sort. Lost his leg in the war.
Ooh. That can't be any good.
I think not. Can't walk around anymore.
Can't fight, probably.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Or rather, don't and get prepared.
Okay.
Now, your friends seem great. I'm gonna have to tell embarrassing stories around them at some other point. But I have to go beat up a guy harassing Penelope.
Is it Kev?
You said there was a guy with an envelope?
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Get that guy.
Yeah.
Find out what he's up to.
Okay, you can all stop listening to him now!
Thank you.
Ladies. 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 Sir.
Thank you for taking care of our Derek.
He's your Derek now.
Anne's like, Mr. Strong,
Ma'am?
so you're gonna be around in town for a bit?
You want to fight me, don't you?
Kind of.
Hope you got powers.
I do.
Awesome.
Hey, guys.
I have a new thing that I like. I like it a lot.
It's been made out of 6 men stitched together.
It's like if Voltron was made of wood.
Well, I didn't realize everyone was listening.
Seriously?
This is somewhat
Look, I
embarrassing.
could have been 3 dunes that way and still heard your dad.
Yeah, he's not exactly the quietest man.
We were 3 dreams for a start, and then we didn't see the point in standing there.
Oh no, I left my ear here. Sad.
Well, now that that's, that, I think I need a favor.
No barrels.
No barrel. Could everyone just sort of form a ring around here?
I thought we said no barrels.
No.
Killing Putty will stretch out into a very thin, low wall in a circle around everyone.
That might work with everyone else.
Difficult circle ring.
Roxanne, could you come over here for a second? I want to ask you something.
There, she
Oh.
actually didn't respect your privacy
Oh, yeah.
and leave.
Hang
Sam
on.
went off to make a little sand fort.
So she's going to tell us Taj Mahal.
Actually, shit, with that Roxanne here, wouldn't make a lick of sense.
It'd be the Alabama.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
I mean, I think she does have a radio. I could.
Yeah, call her over.
This is Dex to
I think I lost mine over here somewhere.
Dex to Roxanne.
Yes, Dex.
Derek would like your attention back at Base Camp Alpha.
Okay. I'll be right
The
there.
area where my beach umbrella is.
Okay.
Where the big man beat him up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the big pink wall.
The big pink. There's a pink wall.
Totally normal
I
pink
assume
wall.
that's Kedley.
It is made out of a beach ball. That is certain. No other conclusions could be.
I'll be right there.